All right, I want to welcome you all to the Lifestyle Changers Financial Freedom presentation. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Angela Williams. I have a bachelor's degree in finance. I have a master's in both business and accounting. Spent over 13 years climbing the corporate ladder in the accounting field. And in 2008, when the markets crashed, I got laid off. What I was not expecting was to be laid off for 4 straight years. So what had to happen is I had to decide to be the boss. I had to jump out on faith and become an entrepreneur. So I took the little bit of money that I had left and I opened up Glamour Gifts Boutique, and I have been a successful business owner for the past 10 years. Now, I have partnered with the company that I'm going to introduce you to tonight a year and a half ago. And because of this opportunity, I've been able to cash flow an additional $91,000. I am 100% debt free. And I've been able to grow my investment account because of many of the strategies, wealth strategies that this company teaches. I was able to grow my account to over $289,000, and I was able to increase my credit score to a 758. So I really want to share with you tonight what I am so excited about. Let's talk about business ownership in America. White-owned businesses create about 55.9 million jobs. So that means that they're able to employ about 44% of the white population. Now compare that to Asian-owned business. They create 3.8 million. They're able to employ 33% of the working age Asian population. The Hispanic-owned businesses create about 2.5 million jobs. They're able to employ about 8% of the Hispanic population. Now compare that to Black-owned businesses. We only create about 1 million jobs. So we're only able to employ about 4% of the Black population. So as you can see, we are all falling behind and we need to catch up, because as African Americans, we spend about $1.3 trillion. But what is not happening is we're not using any of this money to support Black-owned businesses, and we're not launching businesses. And that is something that I'm extremely passionate about. And I feel that the way to build a financial legacy is through the vehicle of entrepreneurship. But before we can even talk about entrepreneurship, we have to talk about getting our financial house in order. So by the end of this presentation, you're going to know how to increase your cash flow, how to eliminate your debt. You're going to know how to build your emergency fund, how to save for your retirement, and how to increase your credit score. Now, why is financial literacy in high demand right now, and why are people running to get into a financial literacy business? Well, 77 million adults do not pay their bills on time. 56% of US adults, they don't even have a budget. And if you do not have a budget, that means you have no idea where your money is going. 7 out of 10 Americans do not have $1,000 in their bank account right now. And clearly that's a problem, especially if you're working 40 hours a week. You should have some money saved. 67% of African Americans don't have no emergency savings in case they lose their job, lose their spouse, or they get sick. When I got laid off back in 2008, I had over $80,000 saved, and $80,000 was not enough for me to sustain myself over a 4-year time period. So I ended up losing pretty much everything I own, including my home. So I want to make sure that you all are crystal clear about building an emergency stash just in case something happens. Let's talk about the average wealth in America. Well, the average wealth for white Americans is $141,000. The average wealth for Hispanics is $13,000, and the average wealth for African Americans is $11,000. The wealth gap is huge, but half of the problem is people are not saving, they're not investing, and they're not buying and paying off their homes. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more later in this presentation. Everybody is in student loan debt. And just think about technology and where the world is going. Technology is going to replace about 5 million jobs. So really nobody's job is really safe. 68%, a million people, their credit scores is below 600. So that means that you're paying more than on any car that you buy, any home that you buy, and it's because of bad credit. Let's look at the Social Security picture. I actually got a letter from the Social Security Department, and basically what they told me is that by the time the year of 2034 hits, in which I am not going to be 65 or 67, they're only going to be able to pay me 77% of my scheduled benefits. So I'm like, you mean to tell me they took all that money out of my paycheck and now they're telling me that they're only going to be able to pay me 77% of it? So that's in 2034. So by the time I actually turn 67 years old, they're probably only going to be able to pay me about 70% or 68%. And so if you're in your 20s or you in your 30s, you really need to be paying attention, because it is quite possible that Social Security is not even going to be there by the time you turn 65. See, the average Social Security check is about $1,300. So if you can't live off of $1,300 now, especially if you haven't paid off your home or maybe you're still renting, how are you going to live off of that once you turn 65? Because your rent and your utilities alone is going to eat up that $1,300. So how else are you going to be able to survive? Look at your retirement picture right now. This chart, basically, I want you to find your age. And based on your age, it tells you how much you should already have in your 401k, your 403b, your IRA account, or whatever investment vehicle you are using. So if you are 30 years old, you should already have $64,000 saved. If you are 40 years old, you should have $162,000 saved. If you are 50 years old, you should already have $319,000 saved. If you are 65 right now, you should have a minimum of $750,000. So I want you to look at this chart. I want you to look at your age, and I want you to ask yourself, are you on track? And if your answer is no, then this is your wake-up call. You need to pay attention to everything that I talk about in this webinar, because I'm going to show you how you can get on track. Do you know that 81% of people don't even know what they need to do, how much money they need to be saving on a monthly basis to even be able to retire and to be comfortable? But there is a reason why most people don't have any money saved, they're not on track with their retirement, and that is life. That's right, life. I want you to think about it for a minute. If you work a job, you pay the highest tax rates in America. So if you're making $50,000 a year, Uncle Sam is taking $11,000 right out your paycheck before you even get it. So what happens is, even though you make $50,000 a year, you have to live your life off of $39,000. But think about it. Your mortgage payment, your car note, your student loan payments is all based on that $50,000 gross income, but you're being forced to pay it with your net. And see, that's the trap. And then you have to think about how corporations advertise to us. You know, we just finished up with back to school, so you spent money for your children's clothes, supplies. Labor Day is coming up. Halloween is coming up. Then there's Thanksgiving. Then there's Christmas. Then the cycle starts all over. It's New Year's. It's Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Memorial Day, 4th of July. So many reasons why you need to be spending your money. And that's not including birthdays. And there's people who celebrate their birthday for the entire month, spending money. People are getting married. People are having babies. And what is happening is that you don't own your paycheck. You get paid and everybody gets paid but you. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you how you can generate more cash flow and how you can manage your money so that you can be able to retire and live the life that you want to live. So I want to introduce you to one of the fastest growing businesses across America right now, and that is MyEcon. MyEcon is a 13-year-old debt-free financial literacy education company. They are based out of Atlanta, Georgia. There are over 75,000 distributors nationwide, and the distributors have cash flowed over $450 million from this company. And here's what I love about MyEcon. We're basically going to give you a business in a box. So you're going to get a digital business that has an e-commerce website, because that's where everybody is going. People are not opening up brick and mortar businesses. People are buying online. And so you want to have an internet business, a digital business where there's no inventory or anything like that. And so some of the products that is going to be on your website that others can purchase from you is we have ID Defender, is for people who want to have identity theft protection. We have the Smart Money System, which is our credit repair education system. We have the Cashflow Manager, and the Cashflow Manager is for people that you know that maybe be in Avon or Mary Kay or TLC, or if you know somebody that is a barber or a hairstylist or a small business owner, and they do not have a way of tracking their expenses so that they can get all their tax write-offs at the end of the year as a business owner. Well, you can actually sell this software to them and earn commissions. We are also affiliates of Priceline. So if you know anybody who use Priceline to book their travel, you can get paid every time somebody book a hotel or airfare. We're also in the health and wellness industry where you can get access to liquid multivitamins, coffees, and teas. And then we have a Cashback Mall. And this Cashback Mall have hundreds of department stores that people are shopping at every single day. And guess what? When they shop at these malls, they can earn cash back, and you can earn commissions on every rebate that they earn. We also have roadside assistance for people. Maybe they lock their keys in a car, they get a flat tire, maybe you get stuck in a ditch or your car stops, your battery stops. You can actually get, your towing service. So it's a great product to have. And then we also have credit monitoring. Over 224 million people shop online. And so we're going to show you how you can just share your business on social media and how people can go to your website and they can buy and you can just earn some extra income. I want to dive a little bit more into this Cashback Mall. If you shop at Walmart, or you know somebody who shop at Walmart, Office Depot, Best Buy, GameStop, Macy's, Foot Locker, Walgreens, Old Navy, can you imagine making money every time you shop? That is the power of the Cashback Mall. And you can sell this Cashback Mall to your family and friends for $12.95 and continue to earn commissions. We have travel portals that is set up on your e-commerce website. So if you know people who want to go to Miami or Tampa, they want to go to Bahamas or Cuba, Honduras, guess what? We have cruises that are available in your website, where here's a 4-night round trip cruise from Miami to the Bahamas for $189. So we have some amazing travel deals that you will have access to and that you can sell to people that you meet. What I love most about MyEcon is that we're going to teach you personal finance. And this is something that most companies will not teach you. So not only are we going to show you how you can make some more money, but we're going to show you how to keep that money and how to multiply that money. So in our income shifting membership, you're going to learn the power of budgeting. You're going to learn how to minimize your taxes, how to eliminate your debt, how to build your credit file, how to learn how to invest. So you're going to get investment education, and you're going to learn about retirement planning. So the very first strategy that we teach you in order to increase your cash flow is a concept that we call income shifting. This notice came directly on the IRS website. And basically what they're saying is that over 100 million people have their W-4s filled out wrong. And the reason why you're not correcting your W-4 is because you want to use your tax refund as a savings mechanism. So basically, you don't have the ability to save your own money, so you want Uncle Sam to take more money so that you'll have some money at the end of the year. Well, the government believes that instead of them taking more money out of your paycheck, they believe that you should take that extra income and you should pay off your debts, or you should build your savings account. And so the question is, why are you not doing that? If you look at the top of your W-4 form that you filled out when you started your job, it says consider completing a new form W-4 each year and when your personal or financial situation changes. So your personal situation is you get married, maybe, or you get divorced, or you have children. A financial situation is you become a homeowner or you become a business owner. And so we're going to show you how to increase your cash flow because, like I said, over 80% of Americans overpay their taxes. So we're going to show you how to legally correct your W-4. So from this point on, you're not going to be one of those people that claim 10 for 6 months and then go back to 0 before the end of the year. You're not going to be one of those people that are filing exempt, especially come bonus time, because you want to keep all your money, because you don't qualify for exempt status unless you are over the age of 65, you are legally blind, or you make less than $11,000. So if that is not you, filing exempt is illegal. And if you're ever audited, you're going to have to pay the money back. You're going to get fined. So why do something that is illegal and unethical when we can teach you how to get and hold more of your hard-earned money, but the right way? And so we're going to also share with you a secret, and that secret is how to unlock the second page or the bottom of the W-4. So once we show you how to adjust your W-4 correctly, it could add an extra $100 to $1,200 cash back into your household. So let's say you are a mom and now your children, they're adults, you know, they went to college, they've graduated, they're no longer in your home. So now you don't have any dependents to claim on your taxes. Well, the most you're going to be able to claim on your W-4 is 2. So you know they're taking a lot of money out your taxes. Or you might be in corporate America, a professional, you're single, and you don't have any children. Again, the most you can claim on your W-4 is 2. But with MyEcon, we're going to teach you how to unlock the second page of your W-4, and you'll be able to increase your allowances from 2 to 8. And we're also going to show you how to do it without owing Uncle Sam at the end of the year. Let's say you're married with 2 kids. Or you could be a single mom or a single dad with 2 kids. Well, the most you can claim on your W-4 is 8. But you know they're still taking taxes out your paycheck. So we're going to show you how to unlock the second page of the W-4 and increase your allowances from 8 to 12. Now, how are we able to do this without you owing the IRS at the end of the year? Well, in MyEcon, we're going to teach you strategy number 2, and that is how to minimize your taxes. You need to understand that there are 2 sets of tax laws in America. There are tax laws for people who work a job, and there's tax laws for people who own businesses. And as you know, the people who are getting the most advantages are the people with businesses. And so what we're going to do is, by partnering with MyEcon, you're going to qualify for a sole proprietorship. That means things that you normally spend money on that you normally cannot write off on your taxes, now you can. So if you're paying a cell phone bill, you're paying it every single month. You're paying for internet access. Let's say you're driving your car. You're doing it every day. You're putting miles on your car. Well, guess what? When you have a home-based business, you can write those miles off. Or you may choose to write off the cost of owning a car. So you can write off the interest that's in your car payments, the gas you put in your car, new tires, the oil changes. That accumulates over a year. And I'm telling you, that can be a $8,000 to $10,000 to $16,000 deduction on your taxes just on your vehicle. Many of you are going on vacations. Guess what? Well, when you have a business and you have your business cards, you have brochures, and you share your business with people while you're enjoying your vacation, you get to turn a personal vacation into a business trip. So you'll be able to write off your airfare, your hotel, your baggage fees. If you get an Uber or a Lyft, any meals that you eat while you're on vacation. Think about all the times that you go out to eat outside of groceries now. Think about going to Starbucks every morning, or if you're eating at Red Lobster or something like that. Well, guess what? You can turn your meals into business expenses. And one of the tax advantages that I learned is how you can hire your child into your business. You know, I have a 15-year-old, so I'm able to hire my child into my business. I spend money on him anyway. I give him some things to do, like post on social media for me, enter my receipts into my software for me, and in return, I pay him. And guess what? Anytime I pay him, I get to write it off. So I can write off up to $12,000 every single year, and this is per kid. So if you have 2 children, you can write off up to $24,000. So there's over 475 tax deductions that you can have access to when you have a home-based business. And so I want to show you how you can use these taxes to offset your lifestyle. So you have 2 options, okay? Number 1, you could adjust your W-4. You can get all your tax refund upfront throughout the year. So for example, let's say we adjust your W-4 and you get an extra $600 a month. Well, that will be $7,200 that you're going to get in the year. Now, for most people, your federal refund check is not even $7,200, but you can get your money up front, and you can use the business write-offs to offset your tax liability. Now, I will tell you that 97% of the people who are in my organization, not only did they adjust their W-4 and get their hard-earned money back into their paychecks, but they also got a federal refund check at the end of the year as well. So they was able to take advantage of both worlds. The second option is you could not adjust your W-4, and you can use the business write-offs at the end of the year, and you can add an extra $1,000 to $5,000 to your last year federal refund check. So whichever option you choose to use, it is completely up to you. But what you see right now is that it is smart to have a home-based business tied to your income. Now, you're going to learn the tax laws directly from the IRS publication. So what I'm telling you is you don't have to take my word for it. You're going to be able to see it directly from the IRS, what the guidelines are, and how you are going to implement it into your business. We're also going to give you a powerful software called the Cashflow Manager. And this Cashflow Manager is where you're going to track your expenses. Every time you spend money, you're going to log it into this system. And this is an app that you can access from your phone or a computer. So here's an example of going out to eat, spending $35 at Red Lobster for a team meeting, team meal in Chicago. You can take a picture of your receipt. It's going to store it in a cloud and save it into the computer. At the end of the year, you're going to be able to run a report. And that report is going to list all your expenses. And this is the report you're going to give to your tax preparer so they can fill out the Schedule C and attach it to your 1040. And here's what's amazing. This system allows you to be audit proof because not only do you have a track record of your expenses, but it also keeps every single receipt so you can prove every expense that you claim. Now, I want to share with you what the power of income shifting looks like. We have Michael Macklin, who was able to cash flow an extra $345 a month back into his household. Marta Cunningham, who was able to cash flow over $412 back into her household. We got Edwin Rivera out of New York, cash flowing an extra $560 back into his paycheck and his household. We have Kingston and Victoria Bone that's cash flowing over $668 a month. Can you imagine having that coming back into your household to pay down your bills? And of course, we got Randy out of California. Him and his wife have been able to cash flow over $1,000 a month. So just by applying the first strategy and adjusting your W-4, you can expect an extra $1,200 to $14,000 every year. Every year, just for adjusting your W-4 and keeping your MyEcon business open without selling or without recruiting. This is the power of MyEcon, is because we can show people how to make money, earn while they learn before they even start building their business. So what are you going to do with this extra money that is showing up in your paycheck? Well, we're going to introduce you to strategy number 3, and that is we're going to show you how to burn up your debt the fastest. So you're going to go through my personal finance boot camp, and I'm going to have you list out your bills. Once we income shift your W-4, and let's say in this example, this is a business partner who's getting an extra $600 a month. Well, he has $225,000 worth of debt. So what we did is we took that extra $600 that he's getting in his paycheck, and we first focused on his car note. Well, we paid his car note off in 15 months instead of 32 months. So now that that car is paid off, it frees up an extra $545. So now we're going to go to them credit cards. He owed $8,000 in credit card debt. So the $545 that he was paying for a car note, we're going to put that on top of that $200 minimum payment that he was paying on his credit cards, plus the $600 from his paycheck. Well, guess what? He paid off $8,000 of credit card debt in 6 months instead of 6 years. Now we're going to focus on paying off that mortgage. That's right. When you in MyEcon, we don't have 30-year mortgages. We pay those mortgages off fast so that we can turn that liability into an asset. So what we did is we took the $200 that he was paying on his credit cards, the $545 he was paying on his car note, and the extra $600 that he's getting in his paycheck, and put it on top of that $1,200 mortgage payment. Well, guess what? Paid off a $200,000 mortgage in 6 years instead of 30 years. So he paid off $225,000 worth of debt in 8 years and 4 months with his own money. He was able to save $332,000 in interest payments because he paid his house off faster. This is what living a debt-free life look like. Because now that he has no debt, that frees up $2,545 that he can use however he likes. And this is what it looks like when you take your income shift money and you start attacking your debt. We have Carmen and her family who was able to pay off $9,500 in less than 90 days. We have Kingston and Victoria Bone again that were able to pay off their car. Now they own it. We have May Cunningham out of Atlanta that was able to pay off $9,000 in debt in less than 10 months. We got Daisy here out of Chicago, who's paid off over $12,500 in debt in less than 90 days. And here's what's amazing about Daisy's story. She doesn't even have a job. She's actually self-employed. But after going through the personal finance webinar and looking at the budget and managing her money, she was able to free up additional cash flow and pay off debt. We have Pierre out of Chicago who's cash flowed over $40,000. She was able to pay off an $18,000 IRS debt, $3,000 personal loan, and over $9,000 in credit card debt in less than 18 months. We have Christina that has paid off over $10,000 in student loan debt, all through the power of income shifting. Now, once you become debt free, or you just start having a little bit more cash flow because you start paying off your debt, we're going to teach you how to what we call asset accumulation. And so now that my business partner is debt free and he got an extra $2,500 a month, well, guess what? That's over $30,000 a year that's now back in his pocket. So if he was to invest that money into it, let's say an index fund, for example, in 10 years, he'll have over $500,000. In 15 years, he'll be a millionaire. So it can happen for you with your own money. It just takes consistency, discipline, and education that we're going to provide you. So the fourth strategy that you'll learn in MyEcon is how to become an investor. See, in MyEcon, it is all about you owning assets, and we're going to give you investment education. So you should know the difference between a CD, a money market account. You should know when you should have an index fund or ETF or a mutual fund. You can know the difference between foreign exchange markets, future stock options, bonds, all those things. So we're going to actually teach you that. And then my team takes it a step further. I'm going to show you how you become a stock investor. You know, we're spending millions of dollars, you know, in these companies, and we are not owning a piece of the company. So if you're shopping at Walmart stock is about $88 a share. You should own some of it. If you are buying, you know, Jordans, and you spending $200 on a pair of tennis shoes, well, guess what? You can own 3 shares of stock for the price of 1 pair of Jordans. And so you can actually open up custodial accounts for your children and start buying stock for your children and putting it in their accounts. So by the time they reach the age of 18, their college fund can be paid for. And so we're going to teach you how to own a piece of America. So we're going to teach you about owning stock. We're going to teach you about owning real estate. We're going to teach you how to launch your own dream business if that is your desire. So I am just so excited about the direction of MyEcon, the vision that I have for my team. And this is what it looks like when you apply the strategies. We have Tanika here, who is now a stock holder. She owns Apple, Nike, Amazon, AbbVie, Tesla, Facebook. We got John Anderson here that owns Apple. He owns Ford. He owns a Vanguard 500 index fund from also a T. Rowe Price equity fund. You see me, I have a lot of investments, but some of them that I have is the AT&T. I bought AMD today, Abbott Labs, Union Pacific, Vanguard large cap index fund as well. We have Oscar here, who actually owns Fitbit. That's actually doing pretty good. GoPro, and he's also a owner of cannabis stock because that is the wave of what is happening in the country. We have Andre Muhammad, who owns AMD, Siri, Apple, Etsy, Sprint, Lowe's. And what I love about Andre is he is a more advanced investor, and he's also going to be introducing to our team how to trade stock options so that you can start making money on a daily basis. So can you imagine making an extra $300, $500, $1,000, $2,000 every single day from the comfort of your home, right through your computer, just learning how to flip stocks? I think it's amazing. I'm so excited. Now I want to talk about the cost of bad debt. See, when you have bad credit, here's an example of 2 people who bought the same car. The person with good credit, they paying $387 a month. The person with bad credit is paying $599 a month, basically $212 more a month versus somebody who has good credit. But what I want you to pay attention to is the interest rate. See, the person with good credit, their interest rate is 6%. They paying a little over $3,000 in interest. But the person with bad credit, they have an interest rate of 26%. Their interest is over $15,000. So basically, somebody with bad credit who bought the same vehicle is costing them 2 times as much. So you're basically buying your car twice when you have bad credit. And so because of your credit rating, it can determine whether or not you're going to be able to buy a home, be able to rent an apartment. It affects your car insurance rates. It also can affect your ability to get a job, because now employers are running your credit report to see how ethical you are. And so it can make the difference between getting a job and not getting a job. So in strategy number 5, we're going to teach you how to increase your credit score. And we're going to give you step-by-step credit education, complete with video tutorials. You're going to have the dispute letters that are written by attorneys. And all you have to do is pull your credit report. We're going to show you how. We're going to show you how to analyze your credit report. We're going to show you which items you should be disputing. And all you have to do is copy and paste. It takes about, maybe 10 minutes to copy and paste your account name, your account number into a letter, and then send it off so that in 30 days, you can have 30 to 45 days, have items removed from your credit file. This is an amazing system. And when you come into MyEcon, you're going to have access to my credit repair bootcamp. But what is different about MyEcon is that because we teach you how to burn up your debt the fastest, we affect 65% of your credit score, because we're able to get your debt utilization number down so fast that your credit score can jump 50 to 100, 150 points. So this is what it looks like. This is my cousin Melinda Tyson out of Memphis, Tennessee. Well, she was able to pay off $5,000 in credit card debt and pay off her car note, which allowed her to get into the 700 club in less than 12 months. We have Greg here out of Chicago who paid off over $30,000 in consumer debt working our strategies, and he was able to get in the 800 club in less than 10 months. We have Lynette out of Chicago as well that's cash flowed over $13,000. She paid off $9,000 in credit card debt, and she was able to increase her credit score from a 596 to a 700. We have Gabriel that was able to pay off $8,000 of debt in less than 9 months, increase his credit score from a 597 to 750. I'm telling you, our entire team is winning. We get results. We have Alicia Bodie cash flowing $42,000, paid $12,000 in credit card debt off, and was able to increase her credit score from a 586 to a 756. So if you want to get access to these strategies, this education, this business that's going to give you a sole proprietorship so you can take advantage of the tax laws, if you want our debt elimination and our budgeting tools, if you want access to our retirement strategists, if you want investment education, you want to learn how to own and trade stocks, if you want to be able to income shift and adjust your W-4 and not owe taxes at the end of the year, if you want credit repair education, if you want discount travel and shopping, you can have access to our income shifting membership for only $34.95. And that is $1.16 a day to maintain your business, so that you will constantly get an extra $1,400 to $20,000 to $14,000 every single year. And if you get started today, you can adjust your W-4 tomorrow, and you can expect an extra $100 to $600 in your paycheck in the next 10 to 14 days. This is a powerful business, and I don't know any other business that will give you more opportunity to make more money and teach you how to manage and grow your money, give you all this education for $34.95. There's no other business on the marketplace today that can provide you with this. So before we end, I really want to talk very quickly about our income opportunity that is attached to this MyEcon business. See, a lot of people join MyEcon and they're just interested in the strategies. They want to get out of debt. They want to learn how to fix their credit. And that's all they want to do. They want to build wealth. They want to build their assets and maybe become that quiet little millionaire next door. And then there's people who are on this webinar where, you know, the income shift from your paycheck is maybe not enough, or maybe you want to fire your boss. Maybe you want to build a six-figure income. Well, there is an opportunity for you, and it is called what I call a financial coach. And a financial coach is when you do exactly what I do, and that is you get paid to teach other people how to get out of debt and invest. And what we do is we sell our income shifting memberships to customers, and we help other entrepreneur-minded people become financial coaches. So if you want to be a coach, you really have to be somebody who I call have a heart of a teacher. That means you believe you are part of something that's bigger than yourself. You actually want to get out into your community. It matters to you that people are living paycheck to paycheck. It matters to you that you're tired of people being just being locked up in debt, and you have access to some education that you know can free a whole lot of people, and you want to tell them about it. And you have to be a type of person that's willing to learn the strategies, apply the strategies to your own life, and you're okay with passing it forward. And so a financial coach, again, is somebody like myself. We do workshops, we do classes, we do webinars like you are on today. If that is something that you want to do, there is a lucrative career that is available to you. And so in MyEcon, what we're going to teach you is the secret to six figures. And this is something that you can do from the comfort of your home. A concept that I want to talk about right now is how you can build leverage. If you think about traditional businesses, let's say you are a real estate broker, or you're a mortgage broker, or you are an insurance broker. Well, what you want to do is you want to create leverage in your business. And the way you do that is you hire other real estate agents, other mortgage agents, and other insurance agents to sell the products. Now, what happens is every time a home is sold, every time a mortgage is closed on, every time an insurance policy is written, not only do the agent get paid, but you as the broker, you earn a commission on every sale. What that is working smart and not working hard. And what you are creating is leverage. That means that you are getting paid off of other people's efforts. I call it residual income. It is money that you make month after month, year after year, even when you don't get out of bed, for work that you could have did a year ago. So in MyEcon, we do give you the opportunity to build leverage in your business as well. So as a financial coach, you can attract, motivate, and you can train other financial coaches across the country. And every time that financial coach sell an income shifting membership, or they help another financial coach get started, not only are they going to make money, but you're going to earn a percentage of every sale, just like the real estate brokers, the mortgage brokers, and even the hairstylists. Let's say you own a hair salon and you have barbers and stylists working in your hair salon, where every time a client hits their chair, not only do they make money, but you make money too. So that's why I love building my business and building leverage with MyEcon. And this is what it looks like when you build your network. If you had 125 customers or financial coaches in your organization, you'll be making about $455 a month residually. That means that's money that you're getting with no effort on your part. If your organization has over 625 people, you'll be making about $4,000 a month residually. And for some people, that may allow you to be able to fire your boss. Let's say your network has grown to over 3,000 people. Well, that's over $2,800 a month. That's over about $300,000 a year. So now you are a six-figure earner, just showing people how to get out of debt and invest. And let's say that you build it wide. You have a lot of financial coaches all across the country, and the organization is over 15,000. Where you're talking about over $153,000 in royalty payments that you are going to get every single month. That's $1.8 million. So it is possible to be a six-figure earner as well as being a millionaire through your MyEcon business when you decide that you want to be a financial coach and you want to build leverage. And what I love about MyEcon is that I can will my organization and put it into my son's name as the beneficiary. And if anything was to happen to me, he will continue to get my monthly residual income. This is what it looks like when you start selling income shifting memberships, or any of your financial coaches sell income shifting memberships. We get paid every Friday. We earn our commissions. This is over $1,900 in 14 days, over $2,000 in 30 days, just sharing this information. That's me over $7,000 in 45 days, $36,000 in 45 days. 31,000 in 30 days by having other financial coaches sharing the opportunity within their states. $4,000 in 15 days, $2,000 in 23 days, $5,000 in 6 weeks, $9,000 in 30 days, $6,000 in 30 days, $33,000 in 45 days, $25,000 in 30 days. And that's what it looks like when you are building leverage and you are sharing this opportunity with other people. So for those who are interested in being a financial coach, you can get started for $47.86. $47.86, and you have the opportunity to build a 5, 6 figure, 7-figure income from the comfort of your home. When you say yes to MyEcon, you will actually be placed on my team. You're going to have access to our training website that's going to give you personal finance education, investing education, and for those who are interested in building their business, we're going to give you marketing education, and we have a marketing system which is going to show you how you can turn your social media, your Facebook, your Instagram into a ATM. And we even have a customer follow-up system that is going to help you close sales. So our mission is to get into every household, on every high school campus, on every college campus, and in every church, spreading the word of financial literacy, the power of income shifting, and how you can retire early with your own money if only you had the education that showed you how to do it. So you are one decision away from being debt-free, from being able to fire your boss, to be able to travel the globe, send your children to college, leave a legacy for your children. And what I always say is, you should be able to own your life. And that means you should be able to wake up when you feel like waking up. You shouldn't have to spend the best years of your life building somebody else's dream. You should be able to live where you want to live. You should be able to drive where you want to drive. You should be able to own real estate property. You should be able to own land. You should have franchises. You should have it all and be able to build a financial legacy that your children's children will have access to. So if you are excited about that and you want to partner with us, whoever invited you to this webinar, text them or send them a message and tell them 34 if you're just interested in the financial education, and 47 if you're interested in building a business and being a financial coach. Whichever decision that you make is fine with us. We're going to help you succeed either way. So I want to thank you for your time. Get back to the person who invited you to this webinar. If you have any questions, you can unmute yourself and you can ask any questions that you may have. If there's any questions, you can unmute yourself.
Thanks, Angela.
All right, thank you. Okay, so if you don't have no questions, that means you heard everything that you need to hear, and all you have to do is decide. Make a decision and decide, and trust me, you in the right place with the right company, with the right education, and on the right team. Okay, so I want to thank y'all for y'all time. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and I can't wait to partner with you all and train everybody who said yes. So y'all have an awesome weekend, and I will see you all next week, same time, same place. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Good night, Angela.